everyone and welcome back. So today Kenneth Okonkwo has finally spoke about his relationship with Peter Obi and his plans for the upcoming 2027 election, and also he cleared the air about the crisis going on in ADC. So in this particular video, Kenneth Okonkwo made it very clear that he does not have any personal issues with Peter Obi. He emphasized that any speculation about a rift is purely political. Nigerians have been reacting saying, okay, if there's no problem between you and Peter Obi, why do you always come out in the public and start criticizing Peter Obi? I'm going to be showing you guys some of the reactions from Nigerians. You know what they said after Kenneth Okonkwo came out on Channels TV to talk about Peter Obi. He said that he's going to vote for Peter Obi if Peter Obi win the ADC primary. So guys, watch what Kenneth Okonkwo have to say, and I'm going to be right back.
This morning, and we're joined by Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, who is a columnist, a public affairs analyst, and also a member of the African Democratic Congress. So you prophesied that INEC was going to recognize your faction, and it did. Yeah. So does this indicate that INEC will be fair to you in this coming elections?
Well, let me first of all thank you for inviting me, and thank you viewers for joining in. Well, INEC is a creature of the law, and INEC should or ought to be independent in the pursuit of all its functions and in the exercise of all its powers. Not even the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has any power over INEC. So we should not come to the level in this country where we should be applauding people when they do what they are paid to do. INEC has simply done its job according to the law. But because we are no longer used to agencies doing their jobs according to the law, we still need to say thank you. Yeah, because it has become something now commendable. Because in Nigeria, it looks odd when an agency does its job.
They do their job according to the law. INEC has always maintained that it does its job according to the law. But that has not been the perception of a lot of political actors,
including me.
So when we bring this to the fore and say, is this an indication that INEC will be fair? Because part of what INEC has been accused of over the years is not being fair, is not been conducting, will I say, elections that will be free and fair, so to speak, and maybe has not lived up to the promises that it delivers. These are some of the complaints that INEC has suffered over the years. So do you think that in spite of all that is currently going on within the ADC, people who feel like they have been displaced by the coming in of will I say, new actors into this party, and yet INEC says, look, these are the people we recognize without fear, without prejudice, without anything. Do you think that it's an indication to you, whom you have not exactly shied away from the fact that you've criticized INEC in the past? Do you think it's an indication that they'll be fair in the 2027 elections?
Well, what I'm going to say is that INEC was fair in the dealing of recognizing David Mark and Rauf Ogbeni Aregbesola as the chairman and secretary of ADC. Whether it will be fair in election is a hypothetical question, but we pray that there should be no technical glitch. As you know, I've searched through the Constitution and the Electoral Act, and I've not found technical glitch in it. So they should stop importing extraneous, issues into what they are doing. They should stay with the law, like they stayed with the law in the recognition of David Mark and Aregbesola as national chairman and secretary. Please, may I use this opportunity to plead with you and all the media houses around Nigeria. There is nothing like the David Mark-led, as if there is any other faction. If there is any other national chairman or secretary of ADC, kindly tell me, because I know of only David Mark and Aregbesola.
All right, let's talk about this.
We are moving on in that. So there is only one ADC.
This court order, though. This court order, though,
it's not a new party.
Yes.
ADC is older than APC. It started somewhere in 2005. So this issue of people coming in to say they are dissatisfied, people that came even yesterday, it is funny and ridiculous. Nobody that ought to be satisfied is dissatisfied in ADC. None.
Okay.
This court order, that I want to be able to read it out exactly.
Proceed.
Because what we're seeing, at least what people are saying, is that Honorable Nafiu Balagombe has won the case. And that the court has said that David Mark and the other people mentioned this should not, Rauf Aregbesola, should not be parading themselves as leaders of that particular party. But, you know, just so people can understand exactly what, it's an order of interim injunction restricting the fourth defendant from recognizing the second and third defendants as the national chairman and national secretary. So the fourth defendant is INEC, and they're saying the second and third, that's David Mark and Aregbesola. So it's an order of interim injunction restraining the fourth defendant, that's INEC, from recognizing the second and third defendants as the national chairman and national secretary of their agents, cohorts, and privies of the first defendant's respondent hearing, pending the hearing of the motion on notice already filed in this matter.
Yeah, sorry. What you just read is not the order of the court. That's the prayer of the applicant.
It says order in the Federal High Court of Nigeria.
The order. The order of the court is that this relief being sought by the applicant is hereby refused. So I have the copy of the order.
All right, so let's hear what's really going on here.
All right. So if you want me to read to you the order of the court, he said, it is hereby ordered as follows. 1, that the plaintiff applicant's application dated and filed 2nd of September 2025 is refused. 2, that an order of this honorable court is hereby made directing the plaintiff applicant to put the defendants on notice. 3, that the defendants' respondents are hereby ordered by this honorable court to show cause why the application should not be granted. 4, that case is adjourned to 15th day of September 2025 for the respondents to show cause.
So the matter is not over.
Now, let me now talk as a lawyer.
Okay.
You do not use interim interlocutory injunction on an action that is already executed. If you check, they were asking that INEC should not recognize. It was refused. Now INEC has recognized. You can no longer go by the way of injunction. So this is dead like dodo. They can only proceed to begin to plead their cause as in the substantive suit. And after the hearing, that's when the judgment will come.
Well, you say that all the people that should be happy.
So this case is dead.
All the people that should be happy are happy. That's
very well.
That's what you said.
Yes, that should be happy are happy. And they include the National Working Committee that resigned voluntarily and in accordance with the ADC Constitution, Article 1914 1X.
It's interesting. I like your choice of words when you say all the people that should be happy. Because it doesn't say all the members of the party are happy.
Nowhere, anywhere, all the members of the party will be happy in any decision whatsoever.
Yeah, but you know,
the ones that should be happy.
The people that were in the party, some of the people that were in the party, especially those who played prominent roles in the party.
Like who?
For instance, exactly. Who was the presidential candidate in the last elections in 2023? Clearly has not been happy with the developments in the 80s. Even before this injunction came or this recognition by INEC, he thinks that this takeover has just been an ambush of sorts. And I do not know what you make of people like him, who he's the most prominent of all the people that we have, that we have interviewed because he was the presidential candidate. You also have a number of other people across the different states who seem unhappy. Yeah. What do you think that this sort of unhappiness could cause for the ADC moving forward?
First and foremost, you just read this court ruling. I did not hear the name of Kachuk. So he is not a party to any suit that I'm aware of. Then secondly, you said he was. 2023 election is concluded and gone.
Is he still a member of the party?
Well, presently, by the decision of the NEC, which they have the power by the control of ADC to do, he is not. Because he was suspended legitimately by the Constitution. Every constitution has its own rules.
So his happiness is inconsequential.
It is completely inconsequential. As far as I didn't meet him in the ADC, He was already suspended before I came into ADC. And so I cannot comment on a person who is not a member of ADC.
A suspension
by
is not
the
an
constitution of
expulsion.
ADC.
A suspension is not an expulsion. He's suspended. If you say he's suspended,
yes,
still a member. He's on suspension.
While Fubara is suspended as the governor of Rivers State, can he perform as the governor of Rivers State?
Doesn't mean he's not governor of Rivers State.
But I'm trying to tell you that he has been expelled from the party.
So you're changing so it's no more a suspension. You're saying to maybe he has been expelled from the party.
Because his own was not ratified. When they called back all the members that have been, expelled before, his own was sustained in the last neck. So for now, he's not a member of the party. And even in suspension, all your rights are suspended.
And we know why. Why wasn't he called back? What happened?
No, you see, sorry to say this, but naturally there are people who are professional troublemakers.
Is a professional troublemaker?
I said naturally there are some people who are professional troublemakers. Because why would you not like people coming into your party to consolidate your party, make it relevant for better future for Nigeria and for your party? Why? I've asked around, because I'm a man who wants to fight for justice. I've asked around, asked the leaders of the party, why is this person, why is he implacable? Why can't he be placated?
You didn't. He wasn't consulted.
No, who told you that?
Was he consulted before you took over the party that he was a presidential candidate?
18 months negotiation was held. Can't you see that every opposition leader is a party to this? Do you know in Nigeria what it takes to bring all the opposition leaders together, and all of them consented to ADC? It took a while. Negotiation. Everybody was calling, including him. I don't understand his grounds. Nobody took your position. Nobody is saying you should not participate in all the activities of the party. Why are you distressed? He made one comment that was very revealing in his last interview. He said, because INEC chairman is about to leave, he has now started showing his displeasure against the president. What has the president to do with INEC's job of recognizing a political party? Is he now admitting that he is working in tandem with APC? This was his own comment. Now, is he now admitting that APC is not happy that ADC is now fully recognized by INEC? You see, we have to be very careful, because at times people reveal their intention without even knowing that they have done it.
Also in that interview, his issue during that interview was also about the quality of the people who are now inside this party.
Okay.
He says that these people are the ones who run this country aground.
Interesting.
And are they coming to rescue Nigerians from themselves? That was the question he asked.
You see, that's a different thing. The Constitution does not allow you to stop any Nigerian from joining a political party. Say your political party, as a condition to be registered, must be open to Nigerians. So, and I'm asking with respect, what is he in the party to be the gatekeeper of who comes in and who goes out?
Former presidential aspirant of the party.
That is not a party position. So the party is allowed. In the constitution of ADC, I can't find former presidential candidate. So he's not an officer of the party. He's not working with any organ of the party. So what gave him the power to be the gatekeeper of the people who comes into ADC and who goes out of ADC? He doesn't have such powers. And we are a nation of laws. So rule of law means that everything should be done in accordance with the law. Now, look at David Bonaventure Alechenumak. Look at such a distinguished person who has told us his leadership vision. The leadership vision of David Mark for ADC. 1, internal democracy. 2, collective leadership. 3, technical competence. Structured finance.
So guys, this is my honest take. Kenneth Okonkwo is trying to strike a balance between loyalty to P2B and building his own political relevance ahead of 2027. On the other hand, he wants to make it clear that there is no personal fight to Toby, because openly fighting him could alienate supporters. On the other hand, his occasional criticism of Obi looks like a strategy to carve out his own political identity, to show that he's not just a yes man but a voice with independent views. This challenge is, Nigerians are very sensitive to mixed signals. When you say no problem but still criticize someone in public, people naturally assume there's a hidden rift. That's why many Nigerians are questioning his sincerity. In my opinion, Kenneth Okonkwo should be more consistent, either stand firmly with Obi as an ally or clearly position himself as an alternative, sitting on the fence and sending mixed message only makes people doubt his true intentions. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do well to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again in my next video.